I always like to have very introspective themes for my collections. Gallatin interdisciplinary seminars have that same path of thinking. I learned about bedroom culture and grew a love for material culture through those classes.
Gallatin has supported me as a designer and an artist overall in so many ways by providing artists with so many opportunities. I participate in pretty much like anything that Gallatin offers. They have these incredible gallery spaces and team members that just support their student artists and let them run wild with their creativities.
This is my 5th year. Every year I get to work with similar people, but different people at the same time, different challenges. Just having Rachel and Teresa and all the folks that are helping us in our creative process and giving us all the information we need, doing the photo shoot, finding our music, finding the talent, the model. I think everything just come together, and without them, we wouldn't have a platform to showcase our work and creativity.
The Gallatin Fashion Show for me is really one of the highlights of the year because it just showcases the way that we think about interdisciplinary excellence at Gallatin. Our students study fashion in a way that includes history and culture and craft and practice, and that is why you are in for a real delight tonight.
Research says that we only wear 20% of the clothes in our closet. So much of sustainability and sort of the developments around sustainability and around technology in fashion is just getting you to wear the clothes that you already own. That's iconic.
Yeah, the dress Jennifer Lopez wore to the Grammys in, I think, 2000. It's also the moment where Google introduces image search because of how interested people were in finding images of this dress. So it's a moment where fashion and tech pushes technology forward, as we were talking about.
Interpreting this year's theme was certainly the challenge for our designers, but they were absolutely up for the task, and I can promise you now, you are in for an incredible show.
Take your time, I know you see that I am pretty.
Most of my pieces have a 3D element, and that was kind of tricky to incorporate into all of the pieces. For example, I have one dress inspired by bubbles, and creating the fabric that looked like bubbles was much more challenging than you would expect.
My designs are inspired by bedroom culture, a term coined for how adolescents decorated their rooms in the 80s and 90s, where they collaged different things to reflect what they liked. Because the collection is a bricolage collection that's sort of synthesizing a bunch of different styles, finding that cohesion amongst all garments was a bit challenging.
It's about pop culture, something that is supposedly ephemeral and its effect post fizzling out. Shout out to everybody who helped organize the Gallatin Fashion Show, especially Rachel and Teresa. Lots of emotional support, and really all the staff here today helped everybody get through the show as smoothly as possible. So thank you.
We're living in a time where hope is taken for granted, and I did a textile installation piece where I wanted to focus on the nameplate jewelry. So it's really just about looking at beauty and finding hope in that.
What I immediately thought about was my childhood and growing up binge watching music videos. There's one with Nicki Minaj I would watch all the time. All the fun colors and prints that I would always want to wear that my mom would never let me buy. I kind of just wanted to do something that made me nostalgic and reminded me of different memories of pop idols and things that I wanted to be when I was young.
So I was really inspired by silhouettes from the 20s and sleepwear. I used recycled materials. I love jewelry, and I used a lot of jet beads in my design, and that sort of shaped my collection. My advisor, Yevgenia Traps, has been great support to me throughout my entire Gallatin journey, and I think gave me the confidence to really want to do the fashion show in my senior year.
When I heard of this theme, I was just very excited because it's all playful, it's fun, it's light, it's kind of whatever you want it to be. So I just kind of went crazy with whatever was in my closet and made some fun pieces. So I made a few pieces with some chains and things like that. A little bit of everything, a little fun.
What inspired my collection was specifically the people and places of New York that have had a specific impact on me in a broader sense. I think that with any professor, any project, any class that I've been doing, I've been in some way been able to embed this project into it in a way, whether that is things that I'm thinking about or how they fuel my inspiration. It was very specific to Gallatin to be able to do this.
So what inspired my collection is blowing a bubble gum. So I'm thinking a lot of pink, bubble silhouettes, and then also some metallics to be inspired by like the bubblegum wrappers. And I just also love just the glitz and glamour. How Gallatin has supported me over the years as a designer is just letting me have total creative freedom and also the opportunity to just try this without being technically trained. I would have never had this opportunity without the show to actually try to produce my designs and have them come to life. So I'm really grateful for that and all the inspiration around me as well.
I thought a lot about the pop culture of the 2000s, where I think it was much more extravagant. Everyone had very distinct looks, and that's kind of what I wanted to get with my collection. A lot of it was hand-sewn, none of it was made by any machine. So I really think my collection, as much as the challenges were of construction, also proved the point of how easy it is to upcycle and really help the environment in that way.
As we're working with AI systems, there are a lot of waste. So I have been trying to only use recycled waste materials that have a sense of pop of color. You will start to see many stops that have made through different maker studios in the city, including NYU, Cornell Tech, to collect these PCB boards that are trash to someone, but treasure to me. How can I minimize usage of my material and making sure that every element within the collection or taking up visual space on the body tells a unique story?
My designs were all inspired by how we all relate to each other as people, the connections that we form, moments where you feel a spark with, the people that you love, forming relationships or having fun, going to the club, having a chill night and everything. Just about human connection, honestly, and like how we all share space together and what it means to like share space with the people around you.
I just went to Florence and studied abroad there, and so I was super inspired by the medieval Catholic Church and just the devotion around that, and kind of pairing that with the clash of the secular nature of the urban everyday. It's kind of a comedic take on that.
My collection's inspired by my generation's desensitization to gun violence, and specifically how we have become just so used to it that we don't necessarily see it anymore. My collection features Kevlar, a bulletproof material, and so going into it in more of a wardrobe sense was definitely new.
My overarching theme is just things that pop at a party. I wanted to have just like a fun take on pop. I mean, you have pop culture, the pop art movement, and I'm like, what feels really true to me? I want it to be fun and lively and play with structure and just make it more sculptural, but free-flowing at the same time. All of my challenges definitely made me a better designer and a better artist, because I was able to be like, okay, how can I make it into something that actually works for me? And it ended up being better than the original plan anyway, which was perfect.
Can we get one more round of applause for the designers, please?